Start of the second half, everybody. The Granite State Destroyers lead the Mass Tsunami 21-6. It looks like another surprise onside kick, but again, the Tsunami are able to recover. And so it looks like it looks like Granite State has the football. And it is Granite State football. Wow. What a way to start the second half. Surprise onside kick. It looked like the Bulldogs recovered. And all of a sudden, the Granite State Destroyers come away with the football. So they'll start with a 21-6 lead and the football. Start the second half. With all Granite State in that first half, 3 touchdown passes by quarterback today's number 21, eventually be number 1. Cruz. I'm trying to get his last name right again, folks. Comaridis. So now we scored on their first drive, but ever since there's been nothing going for them. A turnover on downs at their own 20-yard line, a punt, and an interception thrown by James DiBenedetto. 21-6 as we start the second half. Again, Granite State just surprised the Tsunami once again with another onside kick. They did that before in the first half. Fortunately, a penalty wiped it away and we re-kicked. This time around, there's no re-kick, as we did see once again another surprise onside kick, and Granite State did recover, so they had the football with the 21-6 lead. 3 touchdown passes in the first half of Cruz Comaridis. Not sure what we'll wait for here. Oh, we'll pause. We're right back. So the delay, folks, was we were waiting for somebody to run the chains, and now we have a couple people run the chains, so we're ready to get back to action. So we start the second half again. Granite State getting the football at the surprise onside kick. They'll start near midfield. Comaridis pitches out here. There's Shattuck Sr. with a couple catches. It takes the carry there. Take it into Tsunami territory down to about the 47. So again, 3 touchdown passes for Cruz Comaridis in that first half. And after the Tsunami scored on the first touchdown in Tsunami history, they had a 4th down failed conversion at their own 20-yard line, a punt, an interception thrown by James DiBenedetto. So not much has gone right for this offense. And of course, the defense is going to have 3 touchdown passes. Look to improve here in the second half. Well, GSD, who just again recovered an onside kick, would extend on that lead. While doing motion, he had a few catches in that first half. And they'll hand off here on first down. Big hole right up the middle. He's cut to 2 more defenders, and he won't. He'll be brought down inside the 35. Big run there. Let's see who the number is for listed running back. Looks like Shattuck took a carry there again. Well, Tyler Shattuck Sr. Shattuck. C-S-H-A-T-T-U-C-K. Shattuck Sr. The cue catch in that first half, and now that big run there. And the ball to the 32-yard line of the Tsunami. 21-6 is your score. GSD on top here as we start the second half. I'm going to say with a surprise onside kick to start the second half, they were able to recover after winning the initial coin toss and looked to receive. Comaridis pumps, pressure, and now back near midfield. A throw, and the pass is caught. And once again, it's Baldu who's grabbed by his helmet. That's going to be a flag. 3 flags coming out. And once again, it's another catch here by Baldu. Matthew Baldu, who gets his helmet ripped off after the play. 21-6 GSD on top. That's some extra yardage given up by the Tsunami. Pin this current score in a moment, folks, here on the live stream. So got a big penalty there against the Tsunami, giving it 15 extra yards, and that'll be first down and goal at the 10-yard line for the Destroyers, trying to extend on their 21-6 lead. A handoff here on first down. Ball due inside the 5 and out of bounds. Second goal coming up here. 21-6, Granite State Destroyers. They're going to extend our lead again. They just recovered a surprise onside kick that they kicked themselves to start the second half after winning the initial coin toss and elected to receive. Now they'll look to extend our lead here to start the second half. Get the pinned comment with the score update after this next drive. Second goal here from about the 2-yard line. Here we're coming in motion. Camaradas gonna run and pushing that pile into the end zone. Touchdown, Granite State. That is the 4th total touchdown of the game for Cruz Camaradas. And the Granite State Destroyers have extended the lead once again over the Mass Tsunami. They now lead at 27-6. Trying to get a 28-6 game with this extra point here. Flag is now, kick is up, another floater, and it is good. We'll check the marker. Looks like it's against the Tsunami. Penalties decline, kick is good. 4 total touchdowns for the Granite State Destroyers. 4 total touchdowns for Cruz Camaradas. And they have a 28-6 lead over the Mass Tsunami here in the third. 28-6, Granite State all over the Mass Tsunami here in St. Anselm College here in Manchester, New Hampshire. And this one he'll be wrapped up inside the 25 at the 28-yard line. And the last 3 drives for the Mass Tsunami have not gone their way after their opening score touchdown. Had a port down failure from their own 20-yard line. They punted on the drive after that. And the last time we saw their offense out here at the end of the half, James Benedetto threw his first interception of the year. See how the offense can bounce back here, down by 22 here in the third. Once again, I want to congratulate the New England Golden Lions heading to their 3rd straight championship game. They'll take on the winner of the game between the New Jersey Silverbacks and the Empire State Wolfpack. Wolfpack advancing from the first round after the Long Island Chiefs were unable to secure home field, resulting in a forfeit. First down for the Tsunami, ball officially at the 28-yard line. 28-6, Granite State all over this one. Benedetto going to hand off here on first down. Cut to the outside. And he'll be wrapped up at the 29-yard line. So gain of a few there. The Tsunami in their first year, led by owner, a veteran player here, Jay Proppet. Played for several teams, including the New England Bulldogs, the New England Black Panthers back in the day, as well as the New England Golden Lions, who I just mentioned are going to the 3rd straight championship game. Carry there, look like number 12. So we have a 12 sit on our roster. And we do. We have Tyneek Woods. Well, he was the one taking the carry there. Woods, a former Bulldog himself. Not sure if he played with the Flyers. Again, few Flyers here with Mass Tsunami here, coming off that 2025 AA championship victory. Benedetto throws, pass is no signal yet. They're gonna say it's a catch. Diving catch there. Can't see who it is. Again, the numbers for the Tsunami are very contradictory for their jerseys. Hard to tell the numbers. But that's a great catch there, and a big first down for the Tsunami. Again, down by 22 in the third. Put the ball at the 40-yard line. That's about 11-yard pass play. Benedetto throws, short pass call. It looks like Porter. Tony Porter playing some offense here, and he'll get a couple yards on that play. Porter, mostly known as a linebacker, playing some receiver here for the Mass Tsunami. Another veteran, as we mentioned, him and Jay Profit, both former Bulldogs. Profit also played with the Flyers last year, so we'll talk about the Flyers and how they have a few guys there here down the Tsunami. Porter is one of them. Him, James Benedetto, Devin Hernandez, just to name a few. Of course, there are Flyers everywhere. Now that the Flyers are no more, you got Jacob Sylvia, their tight end, playing the Connecticut Wolves, also in single A. Benedetto going down the field, wide open, pass is caught. And he is gone. Touchdown, Tsunami, no flags. What an answer for the Mass Tsunami, getting on the board. We're now 28-12. And that's the kind of play that the Tsunami needed in this one. Try to make a comeback. Now the question is, will they go for two here? Try to make it a two-score game. It's a 14-point game anyway. Looks like exactly what they're going to do here. They're going to go for two. 28-12 is currently your score. Granite State Shore is on top of the Mass Tsunami. Now the Tsunami will go for two here, try to make it a 20-14 game. And false start against Tsunami. That's the second time they've been called for a false start. So James Benedetto with his second touchdown pass of the game. Now the Tsunami ball back at the 8-yard line, trying to convert, 2-point conversion here, trying to make this a 28-14 game. Benedetto over the middle, pass is dropped. That looked like a surefire catch there for the receiver. He just could not hang on to it. So score remains 28-12. GSD still has the lead over the Mass Tsunami, but James Benedetto with his second touchdown pass of the game. Second of the season. Second in Tsunami history. More to come after this. Second touchdown pass for James Benedetto, making it a 28-12 game. Granite State Destroyers still have the lead for the Mass Tsunami here at St. Anselm College here in Manchester, New Hampshire. Now a big return here for the Destroyers. Bringing it now inside Tsunami territory where he's finally brought down at the 47. For GSD will once again look to extend on a lead and they'll have great field position to do just that. 28-12 is now your score. James Benedetto just threw his second touchdown pass of the game. Failing on a 2-point conversion, which the receiver was wide open, just dropped the ball. Sun's starting to come down here in Manchester. St. Anselm College, home of the Hawks. NCAA Division II school here in Manchester. After the big return there, GSD will start with the ball inside Tsunami territory, ball at the 47. The 28-12 lead here in the third. Camarades throws short, pass is caught. And now they're going to say complete. Said the ball hit the ground before he was able to grab that one. Has 10-2. Looks like one of the only two receivers that are catching passes here today. Matthew Baldock has definitely been the top target here for Cruz Camarades. That'll be second out of 10 for the Granite State Destroyers. Well, once they get up to 47. 28-12. GSD has the lead. Camarades steps up, going down the field. Has him at wide open. The pass is caught. And he will walk into the end zone for the touchdown. No flags. Once again, the Destroyers have extended on their lead over the Mass Tsunami. (34-12) now your score. That catch there by Tyler Clark Troy, number 17. The extra point is up, and it is good. That is the 5th touchdown of the game for Cruz Camarades. Granite State running away with this one up 35-12 here in the third. 35-12. Granite State Destroyers on top of the Mass Tsunami here at St. Anselm College here in Manchester, New Hampshire. We'll take about the 20-yard line. Heading away and diving to about the 29. I believe, folks, we're going to see here if that's the end of the third quarter. Nope, still in the third. We're looking to see for a moment where we hit to the fourth. 35-12, still here in the third quarter. Mass Tsunami and the Granite State Destroyers. The third game to kick off the 2026 New England Football League summer season. Final scores from the first two. We saw the Middlesex County Longhorns defeat the Hartford Blue Devils out of Cole Park in Hartford, Connecticut. Final score of that one 52-0. And in the second game, about 20 minutes from here in Raymond, New Hampshire, the Connecticut Bruins. Big win over the New Hampshire Phoenix, another expansion franchise, 42-0. No shutout here today as the Tsunami have scored on both their first drive and their last. And up here on first down for the Tsunami. Granite State just scored their 5th touchdown. All credit to Cruz Camarades. Was thrown 4 and ran for another. The second down here, ball is at the 33-yard line for the Tsunami. You see all the shadows on the field as well. Let's see the sun is coming down here in Manchester. Benedetto going down the sideline again. Pass is intercepted. Granite State with their second turnover of the game. And the dominance continues here in Manchester. GSD's offense come back out with a 23-point lead when we come back. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like that is the end of the third quarter. Destroyers up 35-12. We get to the fourth right after this.